if they're not quite ready, it's hard.
Brett Schuyler sure knows how to pick them. In a given year, he'll harvest 4.5 million kilograms of apples, but next to none of it will wind up for sale in cans, cartons, or juice boxes.
I think there would be a lot of people feeling really deceived if they knew the whole story. But right now, you can't get the whole story. You look at that product, how do you know where it's from?
Less and less apple juice is being made with Canadian apples, despite the subtle hints, phrases, and logos suggesting otherwise.
These are Macintosh.
But are these apples for juice, or are these?
Those all fresh apples, so like actually these, we picked these last week. There'd be less than 5% juice.
And the reason is simple. Cheap foreign concentrate is flooding the Canadian market. China is the #1 supplier of apple juice concentrate to Canada. Schuyler believes labels need to change so Canadian consumers can be sure about what they're drinking.
We don't have a requirement to put where things are from, then why is somebody going to do that?
Right.
Canadian label laws do not require companies making that juice to say where the apples that went into making it came from.
I'm just wondering if you can tell me where the apples came from that made this juice.
So you want the country of origin? I can certainly help you with that.
To find out where the apples are coming from in some of Canada's most popular juices, Marketplace called up the customer service numbers listed on the labels.
Thank you so much for holding. Most of the ingredients are from China.
Customer service agents told Marketplace juices were produced with apple concentrate from several countries, including China, Poland, Argentina, Chile, New Zealand, the US, and with some apples from Canada.
This is the American one. Take a look at its labeling.
Canadians don't have to look far for another way.
Contains apple juice concentrate from the USA, Argentina, Chile, China, and Turkey.
In the U.S., companies are required to include country of origin information on their juices. When pressed about why it won't require the same of Canadian manufacturers, this country's label police, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, doesn't think it's a priority for all consumers.
From a regulatory perspective, we are making the balance between being ultra prescriptive and being able to give flexibility to both the consumers, because not all consumers want that level of detail, and some do.
Aline Dimitri is the executive director of the CFIA. She believes consumers have a role to play too.
We need to learn how to actually collectively read the labels to make sure that we are not inferring certain things that are not intended on the label.
Canadian food label laws are undergoing a massive review, but no changes are planned for apple juice.
Cheers.
It's why Schuyler's focus will remain on getting the most from his farm and his fresh apples for eating, not drinking. Charles Ciagro, CBC News, Toronto.